Hey team, hope you had an amazing weekend. It's Fabio, and today we're going to be doing a breakdown again of all the major dollar pairs. So it's a massive week ahead because tomorrow are the elections in the United States. So I'm expecting extreme volatility within the markets. Currently not going to be trading USD myself, mainly going to be focusing on the yen pairs. But before we dive into the market outlook today, just again some transparency here for you guys. This is my other funded account. So I have two currently with Alpha Capital. Obviously together with Rutger we have even more, but these are my two main accounts personally on my name. So as you can currently see, we are in profit, so around 1.6 or 1.7% here on this account with a win rate of 40%. So these are based on trades that I took in the last 2 weeks. As you can see, the performance has not really been there. Most of the time I am more at around a 60% win rate, but this only means that there's some good things to come hopefully this week. Now looking at the weeks overall on this account, you can see 2 trading weeks with 5 trades in total. So again, the first 2 trades being a loss, this can have a very negative and heavy effect on your mind because you think, aha, I have a new fresh funded account, and the first 2 trades I already take are losses, but then obviously the wins outweigh the losses. So then a 3k profit on GJ, then a 2k loss on UJ. So yeah, here we had some spreads and news which caused the loss overall to be 2k instead of 1k. And then EURUSD win last Thursday for 3.2k. So again, another good and transparent trading week. Obviously the win rate is not where it should be, but we will get there. This is just a performance based on 2 weeks and not on a longer period of time. Now, with that said, requesting a payout today as it is the 4th of November, and yeah, another payday here with Alpha Capital. So this is the next payday that I had since last week, where we also did a 2.5k payout, I think, on just these accounts. So as you can see already, this month alone on my name on Alpha Capital, that's 4k in payouts. So yeah, not considering all the other prop firms. So with that said, let's just dive in, and again, just some full transparency here for you. So EURUSD overall is looking good for a pullback. Obviously we can see that we've broken this daily fractal structure. For now, at the moment, this is your daily fractal low. So the low of this bullish candle over here, that is now your protected low, making this a protected area of demand. So as you can see, we just missed out on tapping in towards that demand zone. But do we need to pull back in towards there? No, we do not. Overall, the market has just pulled back exactly in towards the 50% fib retracement. So it could already just be ready to continue its move up higher. Overall, I'm keeping my hands off the US dollar pairs for now, as obviously we have the elections tomorrow, which is going to cause major volatility. I'm not going to be gambling on who's going to win, so therefore I'm staying out of these pairs. But for now, EURUSD obviously does look good for a further push upwards after breaking a daily fractal structure. Now overall, what I'm looking for on the 4-hour time frame would definitely have to be just further upside if we want to even move up higher. For now, this was the daily fractal high which we broke, and now I just want to see order flow created and us reacting to this overall sell for the buy to really show that there is actually demand. But yeah, what also could happen is that we just start consolidating for the upcoming days. Overall, EURUSD is not very clean in my opinion. Therefore, sticking to the daily. What has the daily been telling us? The daily has broken fractal structure. We have an overextended move in towards the downside, so therefore a pullback upwards would make sense after grabbing liquidity underneath the lows. However, if we just look at the pure fundamentals behind EURUSD is still bearish, so do keep that in mind. Now going into the dollar index pushed down lower again from the freshly created supply zone over here. So this was supply because it broke a daily fractal low over here. As you can see, pop back in, pop back out. So I am not really expecting much. Pretty much the same what we had over here is what I'm expecting here until the elections come out. Just going to consolidate. For now, the daily is looking good for a pullback as we saw a bearish fractal structure change. For now, this is your daily fractal high. So as long as that high is respected, the market should push down lower. Going into AUDUSD, so AUDUSD pulled back actually very beautifully in towards supply. Now looking for further downside from this. This is a lot cleaner than EURUSD overall. What you can clearly see is that we come perfectly in towards this buy before the sell-off. We react and we push back down again. So daily still looking bearish. No signs of any slowdown from the daily following the overall order flow. As you guys know, as long as the fractals are respected, so the black line over here, as long as that high is respected, we should just push down lower. So yeah, keeping my eyes open for potential shorts on Aussie dollar, but like I said, I would prefer not to trade this as we have the elections coming up. Excuse me. So looking here at the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see that we swiped liquidity. So we pushed in towards the highs, swiping the highs, and nearly touching with this buy before the sell perfectly. If you were to adjust it to this wick over here, you would tap actually into it. So yeah, you could also just adjust it to this wick over here, because this is the entire buy before the sell-off. So we've grabbed liquidity now, so that should fuel a move down, but obviously we do have demand now over here in this sell before the buy up, which is gonna cause price to stall. So let's see what happens inside there. But if we do not see anything on the 15-minute change of character wise, so now obviously a lot of people are going to be looking for longs, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but the way that you could now view this is that there's liquidity underneath these lows, and then if you react to that heavily, then you could look for another long up again. But preferably looking at the 4-hour and looking at the daily, and more specifically at the daily, I would prefer another push in towards the downside with this daily supply zone just playing out and pushing the market down lower, because I'm actually only really interested in AUDUSD longs once we break the black line. So that's AUDUSD. Going into GBPUSD, we can also see some interesting price action. Overall, what I'm looking for are potential longs again. I'm waiting for this black line, this daily fractal high to break, to then look for further upside, taking out all the liquidity above this trend line. So you can very clearly see descending highs, and descending highs are expected to be taken out at one point in time, and that is expected once we take out the daily fractal high. So that's what I'm currently waiting for. For now, the 4-hour is still bearish. There is no supply inside of, or there's no liquidity in this overall push down. So therefore, you saw that this initial bearish candle was just a fake sell candle. So a lot of people selling on that and then placing the stop loss above the highs or above the supply zone. Not very smart, in my opinion. For now, what I'm looking at is just, okay, can we either break this supply zone or demand zone, excuse me, and then seek downside continuation, or can we just take out these equal highs and then, for example, start pushing down? Or what I would prefer most is just to break and then pull back and then continue up higher and see a nice daily upside continuation from GBPUSD after coming into this refined area of daily demand over here. So that's what I'm looking for on GU. Going into NU, we can see that it's very similar to AUDUSD, where the daily fractal highs, the high of this black line over here, is still being respected. We pull back in towards this supply zone, and now straight away we're seeing a reaction again. So potential for another push down. For now, the daily is still fractal bearish. So overall, just a nice pullback into the premium price. So everything above 50% fib retracement level is premium, and now looking for some further downside from NU. That would make sense. But again, it is consolidating, and who knows, we could just keep on consolidating until the election results. So if you are looking to trade this, then I would say shorts are still in control, and I would only be interested in shorts until we break the daily fractal high. Going into gold, last of all, gold is going to be very heavily influenced by the elections. As we can see, we're currently just inside daily demand. So I am only interested in buying. I am not interested in selling. So if you do see a nice buy setup, and I discussed this last week actually on the stream as well, we've now grabbed liquidity underneath the initial reaction low. So this is nice to see. And what I would prefer is some kind of corrective price action, then change of character and see order flow shift. Because for now, order flow is bearish. This is your buy up before a strong sell. And as you can see, we're already reacting. So what I want to see is I want to see bullish order flow be created. I want us to break this 4-hour fractal high and then shift and then look for those upside continuation plays. So that's what I'm interested in on gold. Hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and see you inside Discord. Link in the description down below.